We started in 1980.
Yeah, we were both in college when we started here.
We became friends pretty quick after we started working together. I started out in the parts warehouse. Rich started out on the steam bank.
I was kind of a gopher.
Yeah, look at where we are today. And we were both working full-time and both still full-time. That's just how it started.
You know, the opportunities and challenges kept being there.
They were offered to us, right? Hey, Rich, here's this opportunity. What do you want to do? What kept me coming back was just a different, every few years I was able to do something different.
If you're fortunate, like I would say Brian and I were fortunate, it's that you have somebody that you're working for that recognizes your potential and they give you the opportunity.
When you're presented with an opportunity, grab it and take it and just keep trying to better yourself. Rich and I both have very similar work styles, work ethics. You know, when you're here to work, it's time to work. Just work your butts off, because we both did throughout the years, doing different things, trying different things. Just work your butts off. It's pretty simple. If you work, opportunities will come around. So one of the things that Rich and I have in common is that we now have friends that started out as customers.
Oh yeah.
You can't beat that.
I mean, I think that's part of the 4Rivers culture though, is Keith and Howard and everybody, they always wanted you to create good relationships with customers, because it's a lot easier for friends to do business with friends. And when things go wrong, friends tend to be a little more forgiving.
You can be real frank with each other too.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's what I found really helpful. Let's work our way through this, right? You just take different things from different guys. That with Howard, for both of us, was here at the store in Pueblo West, and then I moved to the store in Colorado Springs, and it became Keith Olson for me. So I took different things from both of those guys, but there's a lot of Howard that still lives in this company.
Keith's energy was contagious. He just made you want to be better. But you know, one thing that he always said is that, okay, as a branch manager, your attitude will affect the store. And he says, if you pull up and your attitude isn't right, you better drive around the block until you can get your attitude right, so that you don't go in and put that attitude on everybody else.
Jim Dudges was our product support manager. He had a saying that was, equally informed people seldom disagree. So
yes, and that's an excellent.
It is. Yeah, it is. So we're here. We got a bad situation. We're going to make the best of it that we can. Equally informed people seldom disagree. So let's make sure we're on the same page.
You always have frustrations with your boss, and then you look back and you say, you know what? He taught me this. He taught me that. I hated Monday morning meetings with Howard. It finally dawned on me. That's what you have to do with the guys for them to start doing it themselves. You have to have that expectation. You know, there's all of these things that led to where I am today. You know what? It's cool, and I think the thing that's more cool about it all is not so much that it's my 45 years or Brian's 45 years. It's always nice when we do a function like this and the whole store's involved. That's cool. I'm probably more excited about one of the guys in the shop getting to have a steak for lunch today than any of the rest of it. You know, a lot of the accolades come from who you've surrounded yourself with.
I just want people to think of me as the guy that showed up every day and worked hard every day.
I certainly hope that people have looked at what I've done and said, yeah, I want to emulate that. I'd like to, yeah, that makes sense.
It's always about doing things the right way and the right thing to do for customers, for a deal, for whatever. It's what's the right thing to do here. The only thing I want to make sure that I get across to everybody is that we started out as college kids, 19 years old, and look at where we are today. So, I mean, it's possible. We're not geniuses. We're not.
As long as management is incompetent enough, people like us can make their way up the ladder.